The Rock being overrated? Oh, I don't know about that. How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to the Anthony Linetti Show, as today we'll be reacting to your WWE Hot Takes. And not to worry, if you missed out on this one, you can comment your WWE Hot Take, and in the next video, we'll make sure to react to it. And without further ado, let's get to some of these crazy WWE Hot Takes. Most of Roman Reigns' title reign is mid. Only about 9 months out of the 3 years he's held the title have been good, and for the most title reigns, that would be great, but for a reign that has lasted 3 years, that's not a good ratio. I am going to disagree with this take. Now, I will say certain parts of the championship run have not been the best. I look at his match with Big E, I look at the match with Finn Balor. His stuff with Lesnar at WrestleMania, I don't think was good. WrestleMania 38, I just don't think that was good. SummerSlam match made up for it. But I think there's been certain parts where there's been a lull in the championship run. I think that there have been parts of the championship run that probably have been a little bit mid, but again, it has been a 3-year run with this belt. To me, I think that Roman Reigns' title run has been great, and I think it's going to come to a close with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. If it doesn't, when is this guy going to lose the championship? I mean, seriously, like, is he just going to hold it forever? Is it going to be Bruno? Like, Jinder Mahal's WWE title run isn't as bad as people say it was. I am going to agree with you in some regard. Jinder Mahal was great at what he did as a heel, as a WWE champion. However, I am going to backtrack here. Shinsuke Nakamura was new on SmackDown, and he fought Jinder Mahal a couple times, and a lot of people thought that WWE were going to put the WWE Championship on Nakamura, and his losses to Mahal stalled his momentum. And obviously, he did win the Royal Rumble, and a lot of people thought Nakamura was going to beat AJ, and that wasn't the case. And Nakamura, as of this video, still has not won a world championship in the WWE. So, in some regards, yes, Jinder Mahal's WWE championship run was good because he got the reaction out of people that he wanted. But it did stall some momentum like Shinsuke Nakamura. So in that case, I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but I would overall probably agree with your take. The Rock is the most overrated superstar. The Rock being overrated? Oh, I don't know about that. The Rock was great on the microphone, is still great on the microphone. As far as in-ring goes, The Rock was good in the Attitude Era. I think he had 2 great matches against John Cena when he came back, against CM Punk when he came back. I think The Rock was able to do some great work. I think his work on the microphone really, made him a larger-than-life character. His wrestling in the ring was still good. I don't think it was great. To say that he was overrated, I don't know in which way you mean he was overrated, but I think The Rock was properly rated. Go back and watch WrestleMania 18. Go back and watch The Rock versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 19. Go back and watch The Rock and Cena at WrestleMania 28, his match with Punk. This take, to me, I would disagree with. I think it would be an L. I think The Rock is not overrated. I think he's properly rated. It looks like we're going to talk about The Rock more here, as this person says Roman versus The Rock should not happen at all. Why? The Rock will take spotlight away from people who've been working all year for a moment just to get one match because he's The Rock. It will be that small CM Punk drama all over again, but this time with Cody. If he faces Roman, we all know he's going to lose. If he still has the championship by then, it will be predictable. And let's be honest, do we want to see a 50-year-old man who didn't wrestle for over a decade face someone who needs to be carried in a match? Even a hot crowd would get super bored with it, and it won't end well. If Roman vs. Rock is going to happen, do it Elimination Chamber, since Australia wants him there, or SummerSlam after Roman loses the belt so the whole Tribal Chief saga can end. I'm very 50-50 with this take. I don't necessarily disagree with it, but I wouldn't put it in the W column. The reason why is because The Rock and Roman should happen when the storyline calls for it. If WWE are going to put themselves in a corner and really ruin the story that they've told with Cody Rhodes just for The Rock, then I think it shouldn't happen at all. But if they do decide to do it at the Elimination Chamber event, with Rock and Roman with 70,000 people there, yes, like totally 100%, yes, have The Rock, have Roman happen, because it will be a spectacle to see. Does it take away from somebody else's moment? Yes. But with Roman Reigns' championship run, he's defeated Goldberg, Lesnar, Cena, a ton of legends, a ton of Hall of Fame worthy stars in the coming future. So adding The Rock to that list, I think adds more lineage and legacy to this championship run. So like I said, I would probably disagree with your take that it shouldn't happen at all, but I would agree that it should happen at the Elimination Chamber event. It's okay to ask more from professional wrestling. Wrestling is storytelling, and the stories in wrestling that stand the test of time are the ones that are embedded in things that make your favorite movies or TV shows good. The basic storyline of two wrestlers just fighting for no reason is not good storytelling. Characters lacking internal logic and switching sides for the sake of writing convenience or because it would be cool isn't good storytelling. Good stories are founded in theme and consistent characters that grow and change due to their actions and the actions of their fellow characters with the plot. And I don't think it's acceptable that two multi-billion-dollar companies with the greatest rosters in the world should flounder on this as often as they do. If indie companies with shoestring budgets and bingo halls can do it better than you, get better. This take to me is a W. It is okay to give good criticism at the end of the day when it comes down to it, but if you're criticizing the product in just an overall negative way, like you don't care at all when there is good storytelling, then that's on you. But as fans of the business, when we're watching these storylines take place, we do want to see good professional wrestling and good story. That's what really makes movies good, cinema. I think that it is okay to ask a little bit more of these companies because we love them so much. It's the same as cinema. TV shows, like they said, you want the best out of your product. Your audience is going to know what it wants, and sometimes they may not like the thing that you do, and sometimes WWE is great at doing that and then pulling it all back together like they did with the Daniel Bryan storyline. I think it's okay for certain wrestling companies to be asked a little bit more if a storyline is lacking or it requires it. This to me is a W take. There are not a lot of Rock fans in these comments. The Rock has one of the weakest movesets in wrestling. You know, I would probably agree with you when it comes down to this because his finisher was just an elbow drop and there was no real height from it. It really brought in the crowd to interact with him, but I do see where you're coming from with his moveset. It wasn't the best in wrestling. It probably is one of the weaker movesets when it comes to pro wrestling. So I would probably say this is W take. I would agree with you. No shade to The Rock though. Still love you, Rock. In our last hot take, AJ Styles' first WWE Championship was the greatest run of anyone with the title in the last decade. Ooh, man, we talk about last decade, so we're talking about from 2014 to 2024. A lot of people have held the WWE Championship like Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. I am actually going to agree with this take. This, to me, is a W take. AJ Styles was really the workhorse champion, while Brock Lesnar was the Universal Champion on Monday Night Raw, not really showing up. And in this span of matches that AJ Styles had against so many great performers like Rusev, Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura, there was certainly so many great matches that he had. Even a match against Brock Lesnar, champion versus champion, that can be talked about in his WWE Championship run. AJ Styles, man, probably could have another world championship run because he is so damn good in the ring. AJ is going to be one of my favorites of all time. And we're going to end this video with a W take. If you made it to the end of this video, please help me out by hitting the subscribe button and hit the like button on this video and leave a comment in the description whether you like the video or not. And if you have a WWE hot take you'd like me to talk about, and I hope to see you all very soon on the Anthony Linetti Show. Thanks for checking out the channel.